The phone vibrated on the kitchen counter. Her name appeared on the screen, and I froze. The time read 11:03 p.m. Late, but not unusual. I answered with a tentative, "Hello?" Only silence answered me, thick and unbroken, broken by a faint click. I stared at the phone, my chest tightening. Lately, she had been distant, drifting like a shadow I could see but never reach. But tonight, there was something different, deliberate. Her friends had convinced her to ignore me for a month. Give him space, they'd said. Let him feel it. I didn't call. I didn't message. I didn't react at all. The first week, I watched silently as our apartment turned into a shrine of absence. Her coffee mug sat abandoned in the sink. Our toothbrushes leaned in slightly different angles, hers hinting at someone who wasn't fully there. I traced familiar object with my fingers, searching for a clue, a photograph out of place, a lingering scent. Every small detail whispered that she was elsewhere, even when she was right there. Then came subtle shifts, barely noticeable. Her phone face down, the way she laughed at messages just a little too brightly as I passed. A faint perfume I didn't recognize. I told myself it was paranoia. Love makes you see shadows. I excused it, rationalized it, hoped. My silence was my teacher. Patience, observation, restraint. By the second week, the first undeniable sign appeared, a lipstick-stained coffee cup in the trash. My heart pounded, throat dry. It wasn't hers. She walked in, humming, completely unaware. I said nothing. I let the cup sit, like a quiet accusation. Her friends started checking in, asking, "Are you all right?" Beneath their voices, I sensed amusement, anticipation. They wanted drama. I gave them none. No anger, no tears, no confrontation, only silence. By the third week, the apartment carried a strange foreign scent, cheap cologne lingering faintly in corners. My mind tried to argue away, but my instincts were relentless. I walked past her, pretending to watch TV, listening to the subtle tap of her heels on the tiles. She smiled at me, far too wide. I returned a neutral nod. The tension between us stretched tight, like a wire ready to snap. I began leaving small signs of awareness. A photograph slightly askew. A glass wiped clean as if I'd noticed. She caught these little hints, searching my face for a reaction. I gave none. The suspense became my game, and I held every card. Then came the night that broke me. I returned home early, pretending a last-minute meeting had been canceled. The apartment was dark, but laughter reached me first. Her laughter and a man's voice intertwined with it. The kitchen light clicked on. She saw me before I moved. Panic flickered across her face. Too late. I stood there, chest tight but controlled, hands in pockets. The man froze, guilt written all over him. I said nothing. Silence became my weapon. She stammered, "It's not what it looks like." I remained silent. He muttered apologies and left. Finally, she looked at me, really looked, and I saw it. Betrayal mirrored in her wide, tearful eyes. Rage and heartbreak flared, but I stayed still. I walked past her to the bedroom, the lingering perfume a sharp, permanent mark. She followed, pleading, voice trembling. I spoke slowly, deliberately. "Your friends told you to ignore me for a month. I let them see what silence can do." Tears streamed down her face. "I didn't mean for it to happen," she whispered. I leaned against the wall, observing every fault, every choice that had led here. And him? What about all the little things I ignored because I loved you? She had no answer. The pain was sharp, bitter, but clarity came with it. The betrayal didn't erase love, only trust shattered beyond repair. For days, silence ruled. No calls, no messages, only echoes of what had been, lingering in empty rooms and unopened drawers. I learned to breathe around it, to exist within it. The revelation wasn't just her infidelity. It was the power of silence, the patience that forced truth to surface. I hadn't yelled. I hadn't exploded. I had watched as reality revealed itself. In that quiet brutality, I found a strength I didn't know I possessed. Weeks later, I moved out, packing memories into boxes, carrying them like weights on my chest. She called once, begging. I listened, heartbroken but unshaken. Silence had spoken louder than any argument ever could.